Hey everybody, Mike Brumfield, the mad but glad scientist. Glad I'm a human. Mad at myself for killing animals, fish, things beneath me that have just as much right to live as I do. It's my last video coming at you. At least I think it is. I could be wrong. Been wrong a lot of times. This one's called Why the Blank Doesn't Everyone Care? The video obviously is about my flying saucer evidence. Why do I think it's going to be the last one? Because I'm headed to Nashville, Tennessee to see the NBC affiliate news station there and follow up on a little publicity stunt I done in New York City with the Today Show, Matt Lauer. It's been 10 years, close to it, that I went there with a poster of my flying saucer evidence behind me. Top corner there, you're looking at it. And a picture of Johnny Cash, comparing it to a picture of Johnny Cash looking up at a flying saucer taken by Marty Stewart, 1982. And the reality of this whole evidence is that I started researching the origins of our species, mankind's greatest mystery on Earth, and found that it is a story of people creating us that live in the sky, up. That's coincidentally where Marty's flying saucer is with the picture of Johnny Cash. That's where mine is on this poster. That's where all of these flying saucers are. They're up in the sky. I found a cave drawing that showed a flying saucer that looks just like mine and Marty's and Jeff Willis's, the man that helped me find mine, and the cave drawing. They were representations. They're all pictures of them up in the sky. We have stories of people living up in the sky, creating our species. And in researching these stories, I found we had a very short recorded history, which was mind-blowing, that we don't have an infinite recorded history, and we don't know everything about the universe, but we only know 6,000 years, and it's rooted in Christianity, a Western religion, that people, they eat meat, and they say God put these animals here for us to sustain us, and I find that that's illogical. Why would any person create a living thing to run from everything above it because it's going to be eaten? I wouldn't want to be eaten. And the founder of Christianity, they want to say he founded it, this guy named Jesus, the most famous man in the world, gave us this logic called the Golden Rule, and the logic of treating other people, but it's all life, like we want to be treated. It's called the Golden Rule. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. So this led me to my discovery of ancient evidence of flying saucers, and then finding that there are people today that filmed them. And when I saw Marty's book, while I was doing a book signing, reading his new book called The Pilgrim, I was blown away because he had a picture of a flying saucer in there, and he knew what I was writing about. Give you a little background real quick. I married Lester Flatt's only granddaughter in 1991-92, and she grew up with Marty because her mom and dad divorced, and her grandfather hired Marty at a very young age, got guardianship of him. They lived together, so in Lester's home. So I got to know Marty, and the bottom line is that nothing came of it. I never got any songs cut from him. He seemed like a nice guy. From the moment I started pitching him songs and got into music myself with Tammy, nothing developed. And to this day, I can't say one way or another whether he's a good guy. The bottom line is, I think he's relatively wealthy. He doesn't like the outcome of my findings. My first book was called The Two Witnesses in a Religion Cover-Up. I gave him a copy, and I said, Marty, religion's anti-wealth, and it's anti-human, or anti-narcissism. So And that didn't fly over well because he's a star. He's a country music star. Anyway, by the time I got to my third book, called The Future Alien Contact, I put Marty's picture on the cover. And I was already making the connection with matching evidence that since religion is a story of people live up in the sky, then in an infinite universe, somebody's already done it. So the mystery to me was, what do they look like? Not where are they, because they're up in the sky, but who are they and how did they come to exist? Then that led me to my theory in life called the infinite astronaut theory. The life just happens by chance. Infinitely, there you can't say there are any odds. Two rocks are going to smack together. You're going to get the ingredients like cooking, a recipe for life. Out of that life, intelligence obviously can happen, because this is a sign of intelligence here, me sharing this evidence with you. And an intelligent person is going to see that there's no God that made everything. Inanimate matter, two rocks smacked together, gave us the ingredients, made it possible for life to spring forth, and the awareness of that is what intelligence is. We're intelligent. We are aware that our existence is based on the law of energy and the definition of the atom. Can't be created nor destroyed. Bottom line is, I have found and filmed flying saucers. I used Marty's picture to support my findings, and he was pretty upset about it. I'm going to quote him. He said, he called my ex-wife one day and said, "Tell Mike that it's a goddamn hubcap. I wish that he would leave this stuff alone." And there's only one reason, people, because, like I said, the world's divided in two religions. One eats meat, has wealth. The other one doesn't eat meat, has no wealth. Marty belongs to a meat-eating, wealth-mongering religion. And yet they read right over the scriptures where Jesus says, "Woe to the rich, blessed are the poor. Give all that you have away, follow me." That's how you get to heaven. I say the scientists of the earth today say the same thing. We should be giving all of our money to the prevention of meteors because they can take us out. Coincidentally, we're talking about the possibility of achieving immortality like these gods in the sky. They've always existed, and finding out how this happened. Well, one thing's clear. If a meteor's going to strike us right now and those gods didn't save us and help us, then the only people that would live if it was an extinction event meteor would be the astronauts on the space station, scientists trying to achieve the possibility of artificial immortality, and realizing it takes giving away all of your money to do so, and living for the purpose of serving others and ensuring the propagation of life, because it's magical. Life is magical. How dare us to continue to eat animals or kill animals to eat them when we now can grow hamburgers from a single cell. It doesn't matter, it costs $3,000 for one right now. 10 years from now, we'll do it for $3. The bottom line is, my son came up with a great idea to cure this problem, because it is why my family and the people that resent my findings don't like this subject matter, and because it bestows a responsibility on us as intelligent people to treat all life like we would want to be treated. None of us want to be eaten. I don't want to be eaten. So the bottom line is, I admit that I'm a carnivore. I could cry for all the things that I've killed, and if I can get redemption for one thing, it will be for knowing that I was doing it. I mean, just because I was raised that way, by the time you get old enough to know better, you know better, and I knew better, and I'm so sorry. I don't want to go there, okay? It hurts. I love you, Matt and Josh. Matt, I'm glad I never took you hunting, and still you'd have that responsibility today, son. You wouldn't want to be eating, don't eat anything else. Thank you for what you gave me a couple years back, Matt. Actually, it's been a good while. You're 25 now. I'll never forget when my marriage was falling apart because my wife wanted wealth and she wanted fame. She wanted The same thing Marty had, the same thing that all the country music stars and life she was raised in had, and that was the adoration from fans, and she wanted to be worshipped. Bottom line was, it flew apart because I saw that the most divisive issue on the earth with mankind is vegetarianism, and it is a religious thing. We have Western religion, vegetarianism in the East. The Western ones eat meat, I'm sorry, and the Eastern ones who don't. And the bottom line is they don't have wealth either. So this, Marty, I'm doing this to try to better humanity's existence, as well as all life is sacred. My son gave me this idea, and I'm going to give it to you, Marty. I'm going to give it to everybody right now. Instead of eating and killing, or killing and eating things, got that backwards, shouldn't we be helping them live as long as we can? And shouldn't we be putting ourselves in their shoes and saying, how did I get to be Mike Brumfield, the human? How did I get to be, a bunny rabbit, whatever, Bambi? Listen, people, it's time to get logic. That's what this video is about, is that we have evidence of a logical people. They live up in the sky, and we've got to deal with this issue because of one reason. I don't want my kids to die, okay? Please, I'm begging you, for the sake of our children, all life on this planet, let's get together. I'm about to go to Nashville, crash the television station, not leave. I'll get thrown in jail. It's a small price to pay, since there was a guy real famous who already got thrown in jail. He was hung on a cross. They crucified him, and that's the least I can do. Going and spending a couple nights in jail will be chump change there, Donald Trump, compared to this man they named Jesus, which isn't his name. It's false name, and that's mind-blowing. That's how I started my book with, is that nobody cared about the name Jesus being a false name. I mean, and then it's, I've graduated at this point here that I'm filming flying saucers. I saw one last week. I can't put it out of my head anymore. I'm going to Nashville for the sake of all children, and see if I can do something about creating a better life for our children on this planet and in the universe. Marty, I hope you don't get offended. I write in the books that I think you won't like this subject matter because you're wealthy and you're a meat eater. And sad to say, I am too, and I can't stand myself for that. I'm addicted. I'm a meat eater. I want to quit. I've quit before. I'll do it again. Bottom line is, I'm giving all my money away, Marty, for the sake of science and possibility of achieving artificial immortality. And I patterned that after the guy that you say you follow, and that's Jesus. He said one thing very clear to answer the question when the preachers asked him, how do we get to heaven? And he said, follow me and give all your money away. Make yourself perfect. The golden rule. Treat others as you want to be treated. Peace, love, and harmony. Check out my stuff, everybody. I still film and find flying saucers. Saw one here 3 weeks ago at my place. Showed it to my sister-in-law. I'm not going away. They aren't going away. And logic will never go away. And logic is the golden rule in life. Treat others as you want to be treated. Would you like to be killed and eaten? Then don't kill and eat anything else. Love you. Peace.